I said that there won't be a sequel. I meant to say equal, they say, Jay, we want to believe you. What you hearing today is a product of confident people. What I'm lending away is a promise we're giving to people. Listen, listen, listen.
Y'all may know her as jMarie. This lady has done so much in the industry. She's an artist, a creative. She's such a beautiful person. She's worked with such people as Maya, Fish, Zach Brown Band, Peebo Bryson. Y'all don't know nothing about Peebo. Also, Cirque du Soleil. She's out here in these streets. Y'all might know her. Y'all might have heard of her. Play with her hair, not her emotions. You heard? Today, y'all know her as jMarie. But in this moment, su nombre es Manuela. Hi, boo.
Hi.
How are you today?
Oh.
I want to touch and agree with you because I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you. Ooh.
I'm
now
really...
off the rip getting emotional.
Oh, no, don't do that because I'm soft too. I'm soft too when I need to be.
Thank you.
I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you. Happy to be
Whatever is on your mind and your heart in this moment, if it needs to come out, it's the most beautiful thing because life here is so short. And people, when they love you, you have to let them love you. I just got soft just now too. But you have to let people love you because there's not a lot of people that do. And there's a lot of people that say they love you, but they don't.
Right.
I love you. I fuck with you hard. When you call me your brother, I really, there's an accountability to that for me. Of course, I love your husband as well. That's my guy. But I grew up with women. So women, for me, it's a soft spot. It's just a very soft spot. So even today, talking to you, before the cameras come on, who you are creatively and what you've done and what you're trying to do in this lifetime, and being brown and black and of color, I hope that this highlights beyond my expectation. I really, really rock with you, girl. And I just want to see you absolutely kill it while we're here. So today, I kind of want to highlight jMarie because that's the one I know. That's the one, play with her hair, not her emotions. The girl don't even like you anyway. You heard? But just this transformation that you're going through now as formerly jMarie and into Manuela, it sounds lioness. It's like, yeah, we're going somewhere. So if you can bring me up to speed, where did it change for you from jMarie the artist to like, my name is Manuela?
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you for that beautiful intro. I didn't think this man was gonna make me cry on site, and the feeling is absolutely mutual. Where it came, where Manuela actually emerged, she was slowly creeping in.
Yeah.
So for those of you that don't know, jMarie is a combination of my government first and middle name, jMarie. And there was even an intention behind me even going by that, in my 20s. So I've been jMarie for so long, but there was so much attached to her that I was essentially like I was healing and molding. And as I got into my late 30s, I started to really disconnect from that name. I started to feel almost like imposter syndrome, like almost like she was there, but I wasn't giving that person what she needed. And going into my 40s, I started really, something happens when you turn 40, and I guess anybody who's in their 40s, and even women that are, when you hit 35, there's this thing that happens, it just goes off. And when you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to put it into words, but I can only speak for myself. There was a switch that happened, and that switch was I was very comfortable in my mid to late 30s. I was so comfortable in my skin, but I was still trying to find who I was. And I was very unapologetic in doing so. I didn't mind speaking about, yes, I'm in transition. Yes, I'm making mistakes. Which is, I feel like we don't really do that. We don't do that with ourselves when we're in our teens, 20s, you know, going into, we're so like strategic. We're either like, we're gonna, excuse my language, fuck off and, you know, enjoy our life, which as you should do. But then when you hit 30, it's like, okay, there's an intention that is there. Now it's like, I can fuck off, but I can do it with responsibility. You know, like I'm gonna be, I call it irresponsibly responsible, or responsibly irresponsible. Responsibly irresponsible. So you know what you're doing, you know you have time to work and to play. But okay, so to get back to, from jMarie to Manuela. So around the time that me and my husband, we started dating and talking and really working together, jMarie was just kind of like, I was trying to like rebrand and how do I want her to come off, and you know, jMarie to me was like such a vibrant, colorful, and she, you know, I'm still attached to that part, vibrant, colorful, just in your face, like youthful, and I just wasn't feeling that at that time. I was feeling a little bit more mature. I was walking in my maturity, and I remember looking at photos of like my grandmother and my grandfather, and my grandfather's name is Manuel. So he's Manuel Rivera. He's New Yorker, born and raised in Brooklyn. And very special man. I never got a chance to meet him. He died very young. So from what I heard before my grandmother passed, we used to talk a lot about him, and she said that he had the most beautiful voice. So she definitely credits him to for all of us having our voices. All my aunts sing, my mom sang, and I remember going through these stories in my head, and I was like, man, Manuela, and I went, where'd that come from? All right, whatever. And I remember one night we were on our way to a corporate show. Me and my husband, we were in a corporate band together. And I texted him at like 2 a.m, and I don't even know if he got the text, but I was just like, I'm thinking about changing my name to Manuela. And I never ever brought it up again. And that was like 4 years, 5 years. Pandemic happens, hit my 40s. And then we start really flourishing and like working together, being more intentional about working together. And I was like, I think I'm gonna change my name to not even I think, I'm gonna do it. Because she, to me, is such a connection to what's important to me. Keeping legacy in my family alive and remembering my roots. Because I feel like there was a part of jMarie that was very scared to embrace her roots for the sake of being accepted.
Damn. Damn. So Manuela, in a sense, is I am unapologetically me at this point in my life. And now I'm moving in this direction, and you're either gonna like it or you're not gonna like it, cuz.
And I love it.
So and I love that for you. And I didn't know that about, you said your abuelo, your grandfather, right? So what is that now? What for Manuela, where does the journey in your mind, what's the forecast of we're going here? Like, what does that look like now? Is she still music, or is she diversifying and she's doing other things in the industry? If that's acting, or if that's whatever it is that your intentions are now, whatever ideations, because I know you're a very creative person. Like, I'll talk to her, I'll go to their crib and I'll just talk to them for a minute, and I only want to go in there and ask them a question. I'll go in there and ask them a question, and I leave out an hour later with a lesson. So for you creatively, what does that mean for Manuela? Where is she heading? What should we be on the lookout for her?
I mean, Manuela, so I love that you said that it's like lioness, because yes, I love that. Like, Manuela's very unapologetic about everything. She's gonna do what she wants, you know, like she's gonna, if she wants to do acting, if she wants to write, she's definitely a more vocal side of me. And she's definitely my reminder in the era that I'm in, which is obviously soft, and I don't even think it's an era anymore. I think this is just how I am. being soft, but then understanding that it's okay to turn that off and let's take care of this work. Let's get this shit done.
Yeah.
And so whatever that looks like, I don't like to be in a box.
Yeah.
I've never liked to be in a box, and Manuela is very much like, don't put me in a box.
Yeah.
I write the plans out, but don't put me in a box.
I feel like one of our like inaugural conversations like we were having was about the box. And I've heard you say that for the longest. I mean, you just said that today before we went live. You're like, I cannot stand being in a box. And it's like, yeah, that's so true. Because what does that look like to people? Like, I think I was having another conversation recently. I don't even know that people are aware that they're in a box. Their thoughts, just the way they think, you know what I mean? Whether it's about themselves or business or whatever it is, being in a box is sometimes you're not even aware of the boxes that you're really in. So there's kind of like a suppressed creative inside that just, in a lot of terms, never really gets to live. Yeah. Right? But with you, it's always been, nah, I'm creative. I do this, I do this. Another thing, she's smart. She's in her master right now in psychology. Yeah. You know I gotta ask you, because one thing I've been noticing, like with female friends, when they're watching Netflix, Amazon, all these things, that little crack of the smile just told everything. Those shows that like, what are they called? Like the shows where you're like watching, I don't want to name drop nobody here, but like the shows like Dahmer and all that, like the crime scenes, but like the
psychological thrillers.
What is that about women and watching psychological anything? It's like, why are you watching this? Like this guy's stalking. I forget what I really forget what one of the shows are called, but it's this guy. He's like following this girl.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I'm just like,
I won't watch that show, but I know exactly which one you're talking about.
But and people are hooked, and I'm like, what?
It's like
what?
Ooh. It rhymes with ooh.
Yeah.
There's me and there's.
Yeah. But it's like, I really don't understand it. But I've always, as a man, I'll never be a woman.
Yeah.
So I always ask those questions. I ask women, why do you do this and why do you do this? And it helps me understand women just a little bit more.
Sometimes we don't know why we do it.
Really?
Why? That's the mind F there. Like anytime, that's why people get uncomfortable when you ask them a question.
Really?
Because it's like they've never stopped to ask themselves that.
So being in this program that you're in now for your master.
Yeah.
I feel like psychologically I'm fucked up right now.
I'm not gonna psychoanalyze you.
No, we're good. We're good. We're so good right now. But psychologically, because you're already an intelligent young female anyway. You're an intelligent young woman anyway. But has this program that you've been in, has it elevated your level of thinking in ways that you're like, yo, this may be too much for today? Yeah?
Yes.
Is there anything that you could share? Because I know there's a group of people out there that love psychological everything. Like, so you know I'm into fashion.
Right.
So I'm looking at like how these houses psychologically will you in. I was reading up on a store that women go to, and if you go to that store as a boyfriend by yourself without her, she's gonna ask you a lot of questions, and it rhymes with argot. But there's a psychology to the way these stores set up their storefronts. So is there anything that you can kind of share? Just anything, and not to put you on the spot, but just anything from your master's program that you're like, here's something interesting. There's so much. I see your head spinning this way.
I want to be intentional. I want to be intentional because I feel like everybody loves to drop a psychology bomb on something.
Really?
Yeah, it's such a trend now.
Okay.
So to even go back, the reason I even went and got my bachelor's in psychology was because I was in a space where I really hated people. I'll be completely honest.
Yeah.
I have not always been this soft. And if I was this soft, it was behind closed doors. To cry on camera, if this was me like 10 years ago, I would have been like, you got to start that over.
I feel that.
All right, but not anymore.
Yeah.
See?
I feel that.
I'm healed. Not really. I'm still healing, but I'm healed in that part. But it's more like, and I want to be cautious with even using that term.
Yeah.
But that anything that is psychological is such a trend for people, and I can see why, because it's such a fascinating thing to know what somebody is thinking, right? Like sales, marketing, with fashion. It's nice to know your client so that you know how to get them to buy your things. That's psychological. So the first time I was ever introduced to that was when I was in school. I was forced to go to school because my parents told me out of high school, you're going to school.
Yeah.
I wanted to just go straight into music. My mom was like, absolutely not. If you're staying here, you're going to school. So I had to take Psychology 101.
Yeah.
And that class just, it opened up my mind to so many things about how the human mind works. So fast forward to, you know, I get in the industry and I'm working and I'm around all these people and these entities and this energy, and I'm just like, it takes me out, you know, and it really hardened me for a long time. So I ended up seeing an entertainment psychologist, and I was just telling us, he was miking me up. I was like, it was literally 1:30, yes, there's actually an entertainment psychologist.
Yeah, because you just rocked me with that one. Okay.
So entertainment psychology is very new. I don't even know if it's even, I know for a fact it's not even a thing in some places, but like if you live in California, which I'm pretty sure most of you, you know, are familiar with that term, but a lot of the entertainment hubs have counselors and psychologists on site. They specialize in the entertainment industry and talking to people, because I mean, think about when an actor is getting ready to take on a role. Yeah. You know, especially with what happened with Heath Ledger and things like that. Like, you know, whatever the story is behind that. Yeah. You know, I don't want to assume, and I don't want to just bring that up. But these are things that as artists and creatives we have to think about, because we're so naturally creative. So if we are disturbed by something, that can intrude in our creative flow. Yeah. So come back. Once I got into the program, I started, you know, they teach you like the fundamentals and like, you know, where a lot of our habits come from, why we are attracted to certain people. That was the one thing that caught my attention. Yeah. Was like, why are we drawn to the partners that we're drawn to, you know, and that's like a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother rabbit hole.
I got time. I got time, because that's interesting.
No, it is. Yeah. And it's a whole thing. And if you know, I always encourage people, like, do your research, like go down the rabbit hole, but don't do it for the trend. Do it to better yourself. So I got into the program really essentially because I wanted to take a break from music. And I remember the second thing that drew my attention and like music did was psychology. Yeah. I literally asked myself, I was like, well, what is something that I would study if it wasn't this? If I were to quit music tomorrow, what do I want to do? And literally it was like a little voice in my head was like, you remember that class that you took in psychology?
Really?
Yeah. And I went, let me just look into it. And then I started seeing how much of that is engraved in everything that we do, from music to fashion to movies, TV, to when we go to the grocery store, the music that they're playing. Yeah. It's all about how can I get these people to stay. They're playing with their minds. Yeah. Like, I don't like saying it like that, but
but essentially,
but they are like, you know, it's, and so I got into it for the sake of my experience with my entertainment psychologist. I saw her one time and she healed, I want to say like 10 years worth of pain in that one session. So what people also don't really know, I struggled with stage fright for a long time.
Did you really?
Hardcore. Like I would get on stage and it felt like I was going to die.
You always, any visual I've ever seen of you on stage, you look like you know.
Thank you.
For real. I did not know that.
And I never thought I would get there. Like even when I was working for Cirque du Soleil, I would have nights of panic because like I remember the first night that we were doing our dress rehearsal. They flew us to Dubai. Yeah. We were doing a dress. This is my first major tour that I was on, and I've never shared the story with anybody. Like, Thank you. Like only one other person knows this, and I worked with her in like the office that I was working in before I went into tour, but it's crazy. But I called her and I was like, I'm having a mental breakdown. I don't know what I'm doing here. It was like a full-on imposter syndrome. I know Michael Jackson songs. Why the fuck am I tripping?
Yeah.
Like, I know his songs like the back. I grew up on this man. This is like the only other thing better than this is to actually have him on stage.
Yeah.
But that wasn't going to happen. So whatever. But anyway, I'm freaking out. And she's like, girl, you got this. Like, what is up with you? Mm-hmm. You know? So in my session, when I saw this psychologist who specialized in this, like she had me do a visualization of like going back into the first time when I felt stage fright. But it was hindering me for a long time.
Really?
I mean, I hated when people would ask me to sing.
Yeah.
I hated
what, like
it.
on the spot?
On the spot, I would look down and just sing like this. I didn't want to make eye contact. I'd be on stage, and if I'm trying to force it on stage, I'm like super tight. My hands are clammy. My voice is cracking.
Yeah.
So it really was intrusive. So the more I got into, let me think about this real quick.
Yeah, of course.
How I was asked recently, like, how is it that I can make myself come across so comfortable on stage, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of that came from doing something else that I had control of. So I got heavy back into the gym, like, you know, I was working out more. Yeah. And I started to reinvent jMarie. Mm-hmm. You know, started to like, it was little things that I would do. I remember I chopped my hair off when I was 30. Like I chopped it all the way off, just cut all the hair. Yeah. You know, and I was like, okay, I'm this new person. But even then, when I did that, I still had this stage fright.
It was in there.
Why is it there?
Yeah.
Like, what is that? So, but that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get into this and why I wanted to get into the master's program and studying psychology. One, because I really wanted to know the fundamentals of it. Okay. And I know that there's this thing going around where it's like, you don't have to go back to school to learn about the things that you love. Listen, school's not for everybody. Yeah. It wasn't for me. You know, I stopped when I turned 18, 19, I quit school and went into music, and now I'm back. Mm-hmm. But I wanted to learn, like, I wanted to see what the books were writing about this stuff. Yeah. Like, along with what I had acquired, the knowledge that I've acquired through just living and being an adult. Yeah. I wanted to see what the schools and what the institutions were talking about. But I was also very intentional about the institution that I chose because I didn't want to be in a box. Yeah. I didn't want to just talk about, the Sigmund Freud's, and he's great, and, the Carl Jung and Carl Jung, and I probably said that really wrong. Mm-hmm. But I wanted to read about the new age, the newcomers that were coming up into this into this study, into this field. Yeah. And it's just, it came back to like my intention behind studying it was to heal myself and to be a better person for other people. But how can we do that if we don't start with us first? So to go back to your question about in my master's study, was there something that made me look at it and go, this is too much? Yes, because as you get into the master's program, for anybody who has their master's and PhD, the studies and the topics get deeper. Yeah. And they forced you to look within. So there was one assignment that I had to do where I had to do it's all on the Bowman theory, and the Bowman theory is Bowen theory. Mm-hmm. And the Bowen theory is based off of generational, for lack of better words, all the generational ways of thinking that are passed down to us. A lot of these things that we acquire, our ways of thinking, our ways of believing, our traditions are all passed down through our grandmother, her grandmother, her grandmother, her grandfather, all that. So I had to create a Bowen, like it almost looked like a family tree, but it's not. It's based on all the mental things that my family went through. Sheesh. And I had to look on my dad's side, who had just passed away. Yeah. And I closed my book. I pulled out my grandmother's like pictures. I closed it and I stopped and I looked at my husband, and he was in the kitchen cooking. I'm like, I want to do this assignment. He goes, why not? I was like, because I don't want to do this assignment.
Yeah. That's I imagine that's rough.
It was a lot.
Especially during that time in your life too, where you're like already experiencing what you're feeling and going through. And now this assignment is like, what's the silver lining though? Like you have to do it or you're gonna fail, right?
Yeah, or
so it's kind of like, but it's kind of like you doing it is like added incentive to do the work on you.
And that's initially, what's crazy is after I turned in the assignment, the teacher, she usually like gives like, you know, her input on everything that she grades. I got an A on it, so yay. But
yay.
So it wasn't in vain. But it wasn't just for the grades, but she always writes like a note to her students, and she wrote, you know, it's very essential for us to remember that when we're doing these assignments, this isn't just for the grade. It's because it's making you look into yourself so that you can be a better counselor, a better doctor to the person that you're going to counsel one day.
Yeah.
Because how can we tell somebody how to move forward in something when we haven't experienced it ourselves?
That's the bar.
You know?
That is the bar. And I was just having a conversation with my father recently about, like, sometimes I'll ask, why is life essentially so hard? Like for creatives, people that want to work for themselves, why is it so tough sometimes? And you look around and you see other people that are doing other things and they have this many streams of income and that many streams of this and that, and it's like they have resources, and it's just kind of like, I was actually telling CJB about a young kid who, he always looks forward to seeing me in the gym, and I look forward to seeing him too.
Yeah.
Young kid though, and he walks up and he's like, "What's up, Trip?" And I'm like, "What's up, cuz, you good?" And he's like, "Yeah, I've been depressed, you know, the last 2 months. I haven't been here." And I was like, I took my music out. I'm like, fuck all this gym shit. If ever you need me, you hit my line. I don't give a damn what time it is, you hit my line. You FaceTime me, you call me until you get a hold of me. And in that moment, I'm like, I'm always asking myself, like, what am I supposed to take away from this? What am I supposed to take away from this? If I haven't experienced and I haven't lived the life that I've lived, how do I know what to say to him? How do I know where to go when he's like, yo, you know, I'm doing this or I'm doing that? If I haven't done this or that, how can I be there for him? Other than just, hey, it's gonna be okay. But I know for me, I ain't trying to hear that shit. I got people that tell me all the time, Manuela, they tell me all the time, if anybody can do it, you can. That shit ain't cute. That shit don't feel, it don't feel, because it is added pressure. Because, all right, cool, I'm looking for a way out. I don't really have a great way of like telling my feelings, showing my feelings. Like, I can alchemize the fuck out of some creative thoughts. When it comes to my feelings and emotions though, it's like I don't have the key to the closet. It's just, I won't do it. It's hard for me to do that.
But nobody does. They don't teach us that.
Yeah.
Which I think is weird. Like, they'll teach us the fundamentals of everything else, like, you know, math, science, English, you know, but they don't teach us how to regulate ourselves. Like, especially as a Black and brown community, I think it's so important. And this is why a lot of relationships suffer. And this is why a lot of creatives suffer, because a lot of times we get into creativity to mask something else that we're not dealing with. And what happens when you can't create that particular art anymore? What are you going to do then? It becomes a part of your identity, right? So it's like, but what happens if I can't get up tomorrow and sing? What happens if you can't what happens, and I'm not speaking this, what happens tomorrow if you no longer can see? To like draw your designs out, to see what, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it causes you to ask yourself, what am I beyond this? And we're not taught how to emotionally regulate. We're taught, you know, I mean, I know as men, you guys are taught to be strong and, you know, just don't cry, you know, man up, man. Don't be
somebody
looked bitch.
At somebody looked at the intro of you and I having that moment. And they were like, "Oh, you out here crying on cam, cuz? Are you out here crying on cam, cuz?"
There's a woman out here somewhere watching go, "Oh God, no, she did not just drop a tear on this camera. Or una boricua y mira, nosotros no lloramos en la cámara, nena. Eso es para la casa, ¿me oíste?" I'm not there anymore. I'm not. If I want to cry today, I'm going gonna cry.
That's a fact. That's
You
a
don't
fact.
have to guess with
Yeah,
me, you know.
yeah, that's
but
a fact. That's
yeah,
a fact.
crying is a form of releasing.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's not what we're not told this.
Yeah.
We're not told that. You know, I got told that when I was working a few years ago with a shaman. That's like a whole other thing. But
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
showed
it
me,
is.
really like working with someone who understands that emotion is not a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, which I just learned this. Just,
Yeah.
you know, food for thought.
Okay.
I'm reading The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. We're just talking about that. And I just read his portion where emotion means disturbance in Latin. So an emotion is essentially a disturbance that comes, you know, over our body. But that love, peace, and joy are not emotions, they're states of beings. I went, huh?
Word.
Yeah, because that's your natural state. Like you think about kids. Think about when you were a kid. All you knew was love. All
Yeah.
you knew was peace.
Yeah.
All you knew was joy,
Joy.
right? Until an adult told you, no.
Yeah, because you was tearing shit up.
Right, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
being domesticated,
Yeah.
for lack of better words. But yeah, so anything else outside of that, anything that comes in and takes you away from joy, from peace, from love, is
I love that.
a disturbance. So it's not necessarily. It's just a call to attention, and
Yeah.
nobody taught us how to move in those moments of calls to attention. And I think that that's something that a lot of millennials and Gen Zers are really getting more acquainted with, and more.
Yeah.
They're getting more knowledge about, you know, especially
Yeah.
when they decide to have children.
Yeah, we are definitely in the age of information. I actually, to that point, to be transparent with you, I had to teach myself that because I'm a veteran. So like in there, obviously as a man, you're like, you don't cry, you don't do this, you always stand, blah, 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 right? Which is like, I feel it, but it's unfair, right?
Yeah.
Because now there's like, I have to be this other person too. But being in the military, you kind of just, you got to keep going on. Like
Y'all got to recover so fast from like.
the mission is the mission. And you got to think about the people that are literally, I think that's why I get so emotional so fast, because I've seen and I've had people here today and then tomorrow or later that day, you know what I mean? It's their memories.
Yeah.
And that's rough. That's another rabbit. I don't even want to call that a rabbit hole. That's just a whole nother aspect of loving and losing. But I got to a place in my life where I didn't want to burden my mother with too much. My mom's my best friend. My best friend. You are my best friend. So I didn't talk to anybody. Had disagreements with guys in the past. You know, you have your disagreements with women, whatever, but I had to start telling myself, you're carrying too much, bro. Like you're carrying way too much. Like you're ultra sensitive. Like to me, there's different levels of ultra sensitivity, but I had to start telling myself, you're alone. Cry.
Release.
And I think when I was like 33 or 34, I'm 36. So I'm still learning, because sometimes I'll be in the crib crying and I'll be like, you better get your shit together though.
Yeah.
Get your shit together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm still not being gentle with myself. I'm only allowing myself to get the initial.
That's so important. I'm glad you said that. That's
Yeah.
so important. I had a really good friend of mine tell me that one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll shout her out. Hey, Davi. I love her.
Hey,
we
Davi.
don't talk, but anytime I see her pop up in my stories, I'm just like, she was one that told me one day, and she's like, you be gentle with yourself, be kind to yourself.
Yeah.
And I looked at her like, what does that mean?
Yeah. It took me a while too.
Yeah.
It
It's
took
like,
me
would
a
you
while.
talk to your best friend like that?
Yeah.
I went, no, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
And we live with ourselves more than we live with our best friend, our spouses.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we are, this is us.
Yeah.
So if I wouldn't talk to you or anybody else in this room, like, why would I talk to myself like that?
Yeah. It's been something that has really freed me.
Yeah.
Again, I'm still working on it. Like I'm still working on like being ultra me when no one's around, you know, ultra sensitive to me. I know.
We all are, yeah.
But when I have those moments where I need to let something go, I can let it go
Yeah.
to a degree, you know what I mean? But I've just become so sensitive to what's around me, people, the emotions that I have, crying or being angry or upset. I'm glad you said what you said, because now I have context to a disturbance of where I'm really at in my, just who I am and who I'm trying to be. I really love leadership and I love being a servant. And there's a thing in project management called servant leadership. And I love all of them. I love all of them. And that's what I feel like I do effortlessly. And that's what my heart wants to do until the disturbances happen, where you cause an emotion or an emotion is caused by someone's action. And now I'm like, damn, I thought we were cool. Like, you called me your brother, but like, you're treating me like other. It's like, I really go there. Like, I am Manuela. I am the person that if you leave me on red, if I text your phone and you leave me on red, cuz don't hit me back. Don't do it. My emotions are that. But me, I'm like, you're busy, bro. I get it. You know what I mean? But like, I'm so locked into people that I make time to do all of these different things. So when I'm asking you about psychology, I don't have a degree in psychology. My degrees are in global supply chain management and project management.
That's smart AF.
But
we're talking about smart mofos. That's smart as shit.
But I do have a strong, I don't know if I call it tie, but I love the psychological. I just love my mind.
Yeah.
Because one day I'm gentle, and the next day I'm like.
And that's the mind.
And that is exactly what I experience. And I'm amazed that some days I can wake up and be like, yo, we gonna go get it. Let's go get it. I'm building this platform. Let's do it. The very next day I'm like, man, I don't know, man. Like, you just.
I ain't feeling this.
But your feelings just undulate so much. And I know that's a part of all of this up here.
Yeah.
So I know when you were coming in today, I was like, I want to talk to her about psychology, and I want to learn something from her. And I feel like if I learned anything, that disturbance thing is really hitting me right now.
It's real. Yeah, it's so dope.
And I can now move forward with prepense in being, okay, this is disturbing me. I see where it's coming from.
Okay, yeah, and
I see where it's coming from, and it's all right.
Like, we live in a world where there's distractions everywhere. You know, like, there's always going to be a distraction to. Like you said, you have a focus, you have a goal that you got to get done today, but a disturbance or a distraction comes in.
Yeah.
Right now we have a distraction of this siren going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a stupid siren, which I hope everybody's okay.
But to save somebody's life.
True.
You know, we don't know what's happening, so it's all about perspective and reframing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, you acknowledge it, there it is, and now it's gone, and we go back. And that, I feel like that's how emotions are.
Yeah.
You know, and I was listening to a podcast, and I'm sorry that I don't remember this, but it was a child psychologist talking about how that's how kids are when it comes to their emotions. If they're upset about something, we've all been around kids before.
I have a nephew.
Right, so you've ever seen when a kid throws a tantrum, and I mean, they might stay in this tantrum for a minute, they might stay in it for 5. And then after they're done, they're like, you want to go play a game with me? And it's like, okay. Yeah. But she was saying this is how we function as human beings.
Yeah.
So as we get older, when we have those moments of, for you it's crying, releasing, or anger, or whatever, and then the next minute we're like, all right, now I'm good. I just needed a quick release. Now I can go focus. Now for some people, it's not that. I know for some people, I'm very much aware that there are chemical imbalances that are a lot more serious, and you know, I'm not studying, or I'm not equipped to talk about that. That's a bit above my.
That was a very eloquent way to say.
I'm not certified or licensed to talk about that part, but for those that understand that they can regulate on their own, and then they can reframe on their own, you're not crazy. You're not cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. It's a normal. If a kid can do it, we can do it.
Yeah.
It's just allowing your body to feel, allowing ourselves to feel in that moment what's happening, acknowledge like that siren.
Yeah.
And then we're back to normal. We're back to, okay, what do we got to get done?
I love it. Yeah, I love that. And I feel like, honestly, in this moment, I could keep going in that direction.
No, it's okay.
I do want to ask you, I want to ask you two questions before we get out of here. But before that, Peebo Bryson.
Yeah.
So you're not aware of where I'm about to go with this, but a bird and I were talking, and so you guys grace the stage with each other often, like frequently, right?
Yeah.
Correct my verbiage if I'm wrong.
No, yeah.
The songs that you guys would sing. One of those songs we all know it's pretty ubiquitous, right? In that, which one? Yeah, right. It's a whole new.
Peebo Bryson and Regina Belle.
Yeah, but when I saw you on stage, which you were very beautiful, by the way. You didn't look like you had any type of stage, anything up there.
You know, want to know a secret? There were still moments during that time where I would have my stage fright.
Why?
Was
it still her, or was it, yo, this is Peebo, and then all the names that are attached to that?
It was on one particular song. I think it was it was on Tonight I Celebrate, when the one that he sang with Roberta Flack, En paz descanse, that may she rest in peace. But that song is so hard to sing. As simple and as beautiful as it is, that note, if you know Roberta Flack, you know her for her control. Tonight I celebrate my love for you. I don't even know if that's the right key. I don't know.
That's the right one today, goddammit.
I was trying. She's so steady with her vocals and so like pure when she sings that line. Yeah. So there was a bit of pressure on that one. Like that song compared to A Whole New World, you know, and I'm not taking away from how hard A Whole New World is to sing. Just for me, for my register, it was easier for me to execute that on stage than it was something as beautiful and as patient as Tonight I Celebrate.
So you were still feeling...
Oh my God. And one thing about Peebo, I'm going to say it. He going to let you know if he's feeling it or not.
Yeah?
He'll tell you if you trash
but you
or
look
if you good.
He's
an Aries.
Yeah. But like you look so relaxed.
Thank you. Well, that song, I love that song.
But so there's somebody out here listening, right?
Yeah.
And they feel that. Because there's times in my life where I've had to speak in front of like 1,000 people or a few hundred people, and I'm like, shit. Like it gets real right before you go out there and you have to start speaking. Your breathing changes. Breathing is, so important for what you do, your line of work. So like, how do you, I don't want to use the word mask, but how do you blend it so well to where it's like, I watched a few videos of you, more recently, and I'm like, you just look so calm, because I'm going to be honest with you. Stage fright is something I used to struggle with too.
Yeah.
And now I learned that you got to be researching what you're going to talk about and go up there and know what you're going to talk about. So now I'm going to talk to you like I know what I'm talking about. So for you up there, you're singing and holding notes. So if you're feeling this way, how did you blend that so that it's like, you can't even tell that I'm up here with these feelings?
I had to bring myself to a space where, thank you for asking that question, because that was one of the questions that this young lady asked me a few weeks ago. I had to remind myself that this is not my gift. Everything that I have and that I possess, it's God's. I am aligned and I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. That's who I serve. And I'm not saying that to shame anybody. This is not about shaming. This is just this is me sharing.
Yeah.
But I had to align myself with something bigger than myself. And something as amazing as being able to carry an instrument in your body and use it whenever. Yeah. It's very...
It's all good.
It's very sacred.
Yeah.
So in those times where I would doubt myself, it was almost like I was doubting him.
Yeah.
So anytime you're doubting a gift that you have, you're doubting the creator that gave it to you.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So I had to literally tell myself every day, like, yo, this is yours because God gave it to you. And if you don't use it and appreciate it, go out there and walk into that room like God sent you. Go out there like Jesus cleared the room.
Yeah.
And just for you because he did.
Yeah.
You know, and be a beacon of who they are to you. And that's only happened in the last few years.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say that I still don't struggle sometimes and ask myself if what I'm doing is, am I even supposed to be sitting here talking with you about this, you know? But I mean, what I have learned is that we're all vessels and I think our sole purpose, I love how you said that you're a leader and you love to serve because that's what Christ was, you know? And that's really what any superhero that you grew up in the comics, they were all leaders and they all served, right?
Yeah.
So, and I think all of us have that in us.
Yeah.
We all do. It's just that somewhere down the line, we're told that we can't, or it's taken away, or we think that it's comfortable to just be, you know, as somebody put it so eloquently to me, behind the curtain.
Yeah, I really, let me think about how I want to delineate that actually. I learned from you, the gift is free. It's the time that they pay for. But even deeper than that, what you just said, I've struggled with the gift thing too. And I used to really struggle really bad with purpose. And then I realized there are many purposes that you serve.
It's not just one.
You have many gifts, right? You can sing, you can model, you can act. There's 3 gifts right there. You know what I mean? So what you said just hit me in my heart because I used to really struggle. I wanted to play ball when I was growing up.
Okay.
I was just telling the story the other day. I was in the house when Luka Doncic came and they played the Hawks. He was playing with the Dallas Mavericks at the time. But he dropped 73 points in the game. We all, every time Luka got the ball, we were like, shoot it, shoot it. I remember specifically in that moment though, in the 4th quarter when the game was like winding down, I remember having this moment. And I always have these moments when I go watch basketball games of, this is what I wanted to do. And it's like bittersweet because I'm at the game, it's live, I'm around people.
Okay.
But like it's bitter because I feel like it could be me.
Oh, okay.
So the gift, I feel like I've had to let go of that gift coming out of high school at 18, 19, getting into the military and not being able to play ball in the military at the level I wanted to play. So then when I got out, I was like, where do I go? Like, what do I do? Like, aside from what you do as a veteran when you get out, like how you adjust or the lack thereof adjusting, but like, what am I supposed to do? And it was recently, in the last 2 to 4 years maybe, like I've had to really come to grips with like, what would you do every day for free? And I just had Elijah Everett, aka Schooler, he was just on the last episode with me. And he was like, what would you do for free, man? That's your gift.
That's aligned with your purpose.
So for me, it was, what did God equip on me that's effortless? And I believe that's fashion.
It is fashion.
I really, thank you, boo. But I really believe that in all capacities.
That's one of them though.
It's one.
It's one. You got many.
We have many.
We do.
But what you said to me just really, like it's hitting me in real time. Like this is not scripted. I don't have shit written down. We don't know what we about to talk about. We are talking as we normally talk. But what you said to me is so profound because I think a lot of people struggle with their gifts and purpose and being restricted to working every day, a 9 to 5. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But your creative starves.
Yeah.
And then when you do get a chance to be creative, a lot of times it's not on the level you want to be creative, so you just give it up.
No, I think a lot of that too comes from people think that, and that's another thing that's so, everything is so highly trendable these days, you know, and it's, social media, I think it's a beautiful gift and it can be a curse at the same time because we, as creatives, first of all, we're all creatives.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're the CEO of a company.
Fact.
Or you're working, you know, or you're a high school teacher, whatever, we're all creatives. If you can get up every morning and appreciate art, there is a creative side of you.
Yeah.
And art is not just limited to a painting. It's, you know, it's music, it's decorating, it's fashion, it's film, you know, all of that is creative. You know, it's set design. Any type of, like you said perfectly, anything that sparks that passion and that joy in you, and you're like, man, I can do this for free. It's so much fun, you know. But we're also, I feel like the word artist and creative has been stigmatized too, with the attachment of you have to make money from it. And if you're not making money from it, then why should I do it? Or, well, I'm not like Picasso, I'm not like Monet, or you know, I'm not like Versace, so why should I do this? And it's like, no, but we already have them. Like, but we don't have a you. You know, and I think that's what every creative needs to remember. It's like, we have pop stars in particular. There are certain pop stars that have already come. Don't try to be them, be you. Study the greats to be great. Michael Jackson said that. Like, he's one of my favorites.
I know how you feel about Mike.
He's one of my favorites.
I know you feel about Prince too.
But it's like, one thing about them is that they studied the greats to be great, but they made it their own. And I think that's missing today because, again, you know, we're stuck on scrolling and how many likes do these people have and how many followers do they have? And oh my gosh, she sounds just like X, Y, and Z, so I'm going to go listen to... Sorry for the irony, I'm not sorry.
There's I mean, even now, like, I have to be on social media, I feel like, just for everything that I'm doing right now in fashion and with Dialogue with Trip. And then personally, so like when I get on social media, the first 3 posts, like I'll see it and I'll be like,
those algorithms are a bitch.
Yo, for real though, because I can get caught up because I ain't, listen, I get on social media, I'm just like anybody else. I'm looking at what you're looking at too. And a lot of times it's a quick comparison. And I think that's just how my mind works, is like, if I get on here and I see somebody got the new this, and I'm like, well, how'd they get it? Oh, they're exclusive to this brand, or like this brand just made this person a brand ambassador. And it's like, damn, I want to be a brand ambassador, but like, it's taking me a while. You're comparing. I'm comparing myself.
Right? It's like, what's a
because
while?
What is a while? Because what is for me ultimately is. So I've had to get away from, like, I took a nice long fast from Instagram, all of it, before I actually started this idea of Dialogue with Trip, the Two Seat Collective, and it was so nice. Like, Manuela, it was so nice. I didn't see shit that anybody anything on anything at any time. It was just so damn near blissful. But now that I'm back on there, I have to be intentional with, all right, that's enough stories, that's enough clicking. I do like the informational part. We are in the age of technology. We are in the age of information. So I'm with that part. But social media can kill your creativity.
It can.
But it can also, I don't want to be negative, but it can also...
It's balance. It's your intention. I guess that goes back to like setting your intention behind what you're doing. And I'm not saying that that you're never gonna feel like comparing, because that's just human nature. We just, that's what we do. You know, we look to see, you know, I know for me, I like looking at certain, you know, artists or certain celebrities for style, you know, or I look at certain content, especially now that I've gotten more into the psych world, and like really, there are so many people in my algorithms that know a lot more than I do that don't have a degree in psychology. You know, which is interesting to me, and I think it's dope. But one of the reasons, to go back when you were, why I wanted to go to school and learn was because at the risk of sounding like I want some type of acceptance, and we can say that it started there, I wanted to have the licenseship. And I wanted to have no, motherfucker, I went and studied and got my shit. I didn't just, and I'm not downplaying anybody who can go into a library and read all this stuff on their own without an institution. My God, you have more. That's amazing, but that's just not me. That doesn't work for me. I work better in give me the stuff so that I can study it. Let me get tested on it, and I hate tests, but let me get tested on it. And then I want my paper. I want my diploma. I want my degree hanging on my wall because I want people to feel like, okay, well, she knows what she's talking about. But I'm not saying that everybody rocks that way. So again, you have to. It's all about keeping an open mind that there are going to be days where, yes, you're totally aligned. I can do this, blah, blah, blah. And then there's going to be days where it's like, God, but this person has this and I have that. Great. But you have this and they have that. And they're not you. They're not uniquely you. So it's all about finding what is it that I can bring to the table where, I can be authentically myself. And people can receive. And then the right people will receive it and some people won't. Some people aren't going to like it.
There's an audience out there for everybody.
There's an audience for everybody. And a lot of times we don't like something because I'm going to tell you why we don't like something.
Oh, shit.
It shows us something about ourselves that we don't like.
Oh, word.
Okay? You have to be completely real about it.
Okay.
And that could be, this person they're the same age as me. I could do that better. That's envy, whatever. Or it could just be something that's just it's not on my frequency. I don't vibe like that. That's just not what I'm into right now. The good news is one of those can change. Actually both of them can. But one of them is more I know for me, I don't like things that have a lot of hype. I'm finally glad that I can say this. I don't like things that are overly hyped up. Songs, things, people.
Oh,
But a year later, I'll go back and listen to that song, and I'm like, oh my God, I slept on it. It's but did you?
I do that. I do that too.
Or maybe just my frequency wasn't there at the time. I wasn't trying to listen to that type of music at that time.
Timing. All right, because I'll talk to you. Listen, I'll talk to you for 3 weeks. 2 questions I want to ask you. I thought to ask you this before to kind of give you a heads up, but I was like, nah, she's in music. You're going somewhere for a long time. They tell you can take, I'll be fair and say 3 artists instead of 3 albums, because I struggle with that.
3 artists
you can take shit. You can take 3 artists' catalogs to listen to while you're gone. You're going to be gone for a while.
Just 3?
Exactly. Imagine if I said just 3 albums. But you can take that artist and their entire catalog.
Okay. Going somewhere for a long time. Okay. I would take Michael Jackson's catalogs. Because doesn't he own some of the Beatles stuff? Or he did?
Oh, I love what you did there. All right, go ahead. All right. Yeah.
Let me see.
Checkmate.
Artist catalogs. I'm looking at the technicality here because that means they have to own what they've put out. Because I was gonna be creative and be
there she go with that psychological shit.
I love The Office. I want to be able to watch The Office.
There she goes with that psychological shit. I asked this lady. I said to her, "You get to take 3 artists with you. You're gonna be gone a while. You can take 3 artists' catalogs with you." You see what she did with the first one? She name dropped Mike and then the catalog that he technically has. So that's two.
I don't know
Okay.
if he does. I don't know if he
That's
does.
two artists in one selection.
I don't know misinformation. Mr.
Yeah,
McCartney,
you're
please
right.
don't come
And I do
after
not
me.
need them coming for me.
Please
I got
don't come
time,
for
but not
us.
today.
We just love your music. We love your music.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
All right.
No, but definitely I would take Mike's catalog. I don't
Okay.
get sick of listening to his music.
Yeah. Oh, this is a hard one. I thought this was going to be...
Are we thinking music?
Yeah, we're talking music.
Just music.
Yeah,
Okay,
musically.
music. Okay.
Musically.
There's this guitarist named Mark Antoine who I love his music. I love how he plays the guitar on his.
Okay.
It's yeah. Mm-hmm. And let me see what else.
I am so appalled that
Hours.
this is... That's what I'm
CJB music.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. I know Cuz, actually. I rock with Cuz. I rock with Cuz. Yeah. I thought... So can I tell you what I thought
Yeah.
you were going to say? I thought you were going to say Mike Jack,
Yeah.
Prince,
Yeah.
BSB. No?
I love BSB.
I know you do.
I'm basing it off of, and this is, I'm in a space right now where I like to put records on repeat and just keep listening to them.
Yeah.
And Michael Jackson has carried.
Oh, yeah.
I can put any of his records on
Yeah.
repeat.
I do.
It does not.
In the morning, I always say this. I want to say this correctly because they don't really quite know me all the way yet. I don't gangbang before 11. So when I wake up, I'm not putting on that hard shit. We're not listening to all this like, I'm gonna do this to your girl. We're not doing none of that. We wake up, we put on Michael Jackson, we put on Miss Janet Jackson, we put on Prince, Bobby Womack, Cameo. We put on that shit.
That's the coffee music.
That is like the waking up gently is what I call it. Waking up gently where I'm just like, I don't have to do all of that yet. I can just like chill. And
You're
like,
better than me because we listen to like smooth jazz and lo-fi in our
yeah?
yeah, that's why I said like
That don't sound bad,
that I
though.
can listen to in the morning. So Mark Antoine, I love his music.
Okay.
Like I can't give you one single lo-fi artist because I love them all.
Yeah, that's cool.
I love lo-fi music.
I'm one of them. You can take the genre with you. You can take the whole...
The genre, yeah.
You can take everybody with you, yeah. I'm one of them. Don't give me 3 albums to choose from, bro. That's hard.
It's hard. It's
Yeah.
hard, and that's the thing. Like I'm all over the spectrum.
Yeah, I know you
Recently,
are.
I've been playing Paramore heavy because I'm back in the gym.
Shit. Okay.
Riot is one of the best running albums. You want to put on an album and not skip through any song while you're on your run? Riot by Paramore.
I'm a runner. Yeah, okay. So, damn. All right, that's a lot. I can't wait to watch this episode. Last question.
Mm-hmm.
What would you tell someone out there today who may look like you or who may not look like you? What would you tell them today to inspire them or encourage them to keep going? And you can take as much time as you need.
Remember why you started.
Okay.
Remember why you started. I think we all get to a crossroads and we wonder why we're here. Why should I keep going? And why shouldn't I quit? And I know what's helped me is to get back to the basics. I kind of tapped into little jMarie. And I remember when the first time I picked up a little tiny play boombox with the mic, and this is why I wanted to get back into singing.
Damn.
And I went back to, I killed all the noise. Like I killed all the, the followers, and you got to listen to this type of music. But I went back. I went back to what I grew up on, and started listening to that again.
Yeah.
And that was another thing why Manuela was so fitting for this time in my life, because I went back to the OG music, like that old school R&B, the Motowns, and like where everything was really musical, and songs were like 7 minutes long. There were bridges, And it was like, I want to create like this again. So for somebody who is looking at like, quitting, it's like, take a break, take a breather. Maybe it's just, there's hibernating season. Like you just got to hibernate for a minute, but then you get back up and you do it again.
Yeah.
And sometimes, just sometimes, maybe you're being called to do something apart from what you initially thought was supposed to be your main focus. You know what I mean? Like going to school and studying for me brought me back to my creative side. And I'm still bringing that together, which is now introducing me to other things, like sitting down with you and talking, and being introduced to being in people's films and things like that. Like I never would have found that side of me had I not quit music for a minute.
Yeah. Damn. So
hibernated for a second. It's totally different.
Yeah. So you just.
It's there. I know it's going to be there. My voice is there. You know, I'm not going to like put this gift down and not pick it back up again. But there's got to be something more to what you're doing. And I think a lot of times it helps to ask yourself, why am I doing it? Why am I quitting? Or why did I even start?
Remember why you started.
Remember why you started. Damn,
that's a good one. Okay.
For me, it wasn't. I got confused with. For me, it was literally like 4-year-old me and 18-year-old me battling. 18-year-old me was like, I need to go fucking be a star. I need to have this money. And 4-year-old me was just like, I just want to sing. Can I just like, I just want to sing. The purity of that. And I'm like, this is where I got to get back to. Fuck everything else.
Remember why you started. Okay. I can't wait to watch this one. I can't. And I just always love talking to you too. So today, truly, I appreciate you.
Thank you,
sharing the blue couch with me.
Thank you. And thank you for your services and for being so open. And I didn't hit you with any questions yet, but I hope
that'll be another opportunity. Today, I mean, this is really just about free-flowing conversations with real people. There's no script. There's nothing to just having a conversation with somebody and just being inquisitive. And I think, and I hope, and I pray that this be a literal visual to people for active listening, for allowing somebody to vent, talk, be transparent. I don't want to put anything on it. I don't want to label it. I was going to label it with a word, but I'm not going to. But I just want people to be inspired by what they see and what they hear. Whatever they take from this, that's what they're going to take. But my reasoning and the propensity and what I'm doing with this platform, it's totally for the person sitting on that side of the couch. I just want that person to be heard and be able to talk to somebody, because you never know what you're holding. You never know what somebody else is holding when they're walking around going about their day. There's so many people that go in and out with depression and all these other things. And all they really want is for somebody to listen sometimes. So that's just what I want to be, amongst a bunch of other things. But today, having you here, I was glad to have you, because I know you be on the move and you be singing and shit and you be moving around and then you be singing some more shit. And I'm like, I don't know when I'm gonna get this girl on. So the fact that you came today, I'm super honored. Thank you. I love you, girl. I love you too. Thank you for having me. I want to see you win. I know you're gonna win, because I'm gonna be there. Because I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there when you win it. Thank you for your support. For sure. It's time for us to support each other more. Yeah, for sure. And to have real conversations. Like, kill the mask. Kill the mask. Take it off. For sure. It's not worth it. For sure. Y'all though, today, what did I take away from that? Not a whole lot. Inimitable. Inimitable is, by definition, someone who is unique, one of one. No one out there can be you. Like she said, remember why you started. If you need help, what would you do for free? Remember though, there's no one out there like you. Till next time though. Keep going.
I said that there won't be a sequel. I meant to say equal. They say, Jay, we want to believe you. What you hearing today is a product of confident people. What I'm lending away is a promise we're giving the people.